Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Joshua Afolabi. Now, I want to teach you how to use Microsoft Word made easy. So, this tutorial will be meant for beginners in Microsoft Word. So, let's get started. Now, we have some Microsoft softwares that are used to type words and formatting words, manipulating your text. But we are going to be looking at WPS this afternoon. It's also a software. We have some software like WordStar, WordPad, Army Pro, and so on and so forth. We have a lot of them that are used for typing, the beautifying for your text, and do a lot of things on your text. But this afternoon, we are going to be looking at WPS. Now, let's get started. This is the interface of my system. So let's get started. I'll just go to the search button on my laptop. So WPS, you get it open now. I'm sorry, the thing is still loading. Okay, so let me just select a document. Sorry, it's taking longer than expected. It's um still loading. I'm sorry, the system is still loading. I don't know why it's taking so long to open. I would have used the normal Microsoft Word, but it is not updated here. So I normally use WPS to do my stuffs. Okay, it doesn't matter where or how we do it. It doesn't matter. So let me just open the document and I will just create a blank document. I'm sorry, this thing is taking so much time. Okay, now let me open a new document. So this is going to be um, a very short video on Microsoft Word. Please watch out for my next video, or when you start following, you see my next video. So this is the interface of the Microsoft Word. Hope you are seeing it clearly. So this one, it doesn't have anything, just it doesn't show anything. So now, there are some things you should know on Microsoft Word. Hereby, so this is my interface. If you can see it very well here, I'm still under home. When you click on insert, you have another structures entirely. Page layout, another structure entirely. References, another structure entirely. Review, same thing. View, same thing. Tools, same thing. Different thing rather. So now we are going to be working on home now. So this is home. Okay, what should I use an example? My name is Josh. Let me use my name as an example. Josh is dark in complexion. In complexion. So this is now. As you can see now, when we talk about a particular text, it varies. Now, I want to talk about font. First of all, let's talk about font. What is font? You should be able to understand that font refers to handwriting. That's a simple definition of it. Font refers to handwriting. And as we are now in a class, there are a lot of handwriting. You have a lot of varieties of handwriting. Same thing apply there. We have hundreds of them. We have many of them. So you can just choose the handwriting you want. Now, I'm talking about fonts. So let's talk about font size. That means we're talking about font size. It means the size of the handwriting. We have some people that they write their handwriting to be small. They want it to be much more bigger. They want it to be medium size. Now let's look at uh, the font size. So now, before you can do anything on the computer, you have to highlight it. How do you highlight it? this is my cursor. You have to let your cursor be at the front or at the back of what you want to highlight, and you press your if you are using a mouse, you have to press your right click to drag. You have to let me do it. Now I press it, my left click, I press my left click and I drag. Now the text has been highlighted now. So now if you can look, if you look here at the top here, you can see that my font, the font I'm using, the name of the font I'm using is called the Calibri, which is body. Now I don't want to use Calibri. Yeah, most of times I love using the name Times New Roman rather. So even say most people like Times New Roman. That's the most common and generally accepted fonts people are using. Like yes. Now if you look at if you look at beside my font, you see something like 10 here. That's my font size. So I can change my font size in two different ways. Is either I increase it here, which is A plus. If you can see there, we have A plus. You can see I'm having a very big handwriting. Now you can still reduce here. We have A minus. So you can reduce here, you can reduce it here, you can reduce here. Now you can just click on this thing and just choose the size I want. So let me just choose let me choose 20. 20 is okay now. Now we have Josh is dark in complexion. Let's say I want to have um I want it to be at the center. I want to have it as a title of a particular document, or I want to write a novel. Josh is dark in complexion. Now this is how it goes. Now you click on it and you drag. After you drag, now when you talk about home, let me explain some things you should understand about home. So while I see highlight the text. Now, if you see something like this, let's say you want to okay, let me make some things here. Josh in completion. Uh, let me put 2 here. Now, I want to make my text to be in a subscript form. We have subscript and subscript. Yeah, that's what we have. We have sorry, we have subscript and superscript. That's what we have. Now, the superscript that is raised to power. That's it. If you are good, if you are familiar with some math stuff, raised to power two, raised to power three with your indices. Now we have subscript that's a power base, that's a base. So now let's say we want to say Josh is dark in complexion raised to power two. So you just have to highlight the two and you go on your this thing, it will give you two options. That's the arrow. You can look at it very well. The arrow is there. So we have superscript and subscript. Now you are not going to choose subscript, you are choosing superscript. So raised to power two. So we have Josh is dark in completion raised to power two. Now that's it about that. Now let's say I want to go back. We have some shortcuts. You should read up on Google and look for some shortcut key, which is Control Z for undo. Control Z is meant for undo. Control S cut. Control C copy. Control Y redo. Control N open new document. Control P. Control V paste. Control P print, and so on. And Control B bold. We have a lot of shortcuts. You should be familiar with it before you start aiming to learn Microsoft Word. Now, everything we are still doing is still we are still on home icon. Now, let me start explaining it one by one. We have bold. This stands for you want to bold your text. Let me just do it to show you. I want to make this video a very short video to continue in my next video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I love you guys. So now we have bold. So I can just click on bold. See, Josh is dark in complexion, reached by two. Everything is bold already, like bold. Now let me I make my text to be in italics form. So it will just bend, that italics form now. See, it's bent. It is normal. It changed from normal text to a blended text now. Now, I want to underline my text, assuming you are writing probably the letter, you want to write, after the headings, the title you normally write, you just have to, if you want to underline it, you don't have to like, some people, we go to shapes to carry line. No, 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 no. You can just do it simple here, which is what it is written here. It is given here rather. So I can just underline my text and everything is underlined already. Now let's get familiar with some things here. So now this is what we call strike through. Now let's make use of strike through. This is not okay, if you want to use this thing, it is normally used when you want to, let's say you want to put naira and you want to strike, you want to make that line of naira. I don't want to. I don't want you don't you don't want to go out to go to insert and carry ships. It is very. It will be more complex work. So that's a um, strike through. Now let's look at the another thing here. We have lines that can, if you want to make that line a very sketchy one, so we have some things here. So that's underline rather. So we are working here. So this is strike to and emphasize mark B. So this, I think these things are not commonly used, but that's why the fact you should know what is meant for. So let me just control Z everything, control Z, control Z, control Z. So we are back in normal, we are back normal again. So now this is A, which is stand for text. You can turn your text to a word art. You can put a word art, shadow, reflection, glow, and some things. Now, don't forget, whenever you are working on Microsoft Word, don't forget to highlight. Highlighting is a key. If you are hoping to do to bitfight your text, to manipulate your text without highlighting, you are wasting your time. To work. So now let's go to okay. Let me show you of what I'm of or the example of what I'm saying now. So I highlight my text. So don't forget, you are going to use your left click. You know we have two type of click. You know on your mouse, it consists of two clicks, which is right click and left click. You first of all click down, that your left click, you click down and you drag. I'm not actually using mouse, I'm using normal control key on the laptop. I'm not using mouse. Okay, now it doesn't matter. So now we have our text here, we have a word art. So let's look at what our word art looks like. Now I want something much more beautiful. I like beautiful things. Yeah. So see, Josh is dark in complexion. And let me tell you something. Before I got used to Microsoft Word. Even some people, I know some people that normally use Microsoft Word for to design some stuff. Yeah, you can also use Microsoft Word to design. See how it changed the text. Let's look at it. See how beautiful this thing is. Yeah, you can use your Microsoft Word to do it by going to the Word hat. Now let's add some spice on it. Okay, I don't want this video to be more complex. I want to be releasing it short by short, but I don't know how. Okay, I will fix it up. So now this is shadow. Let's add shadow. Let's look at how it looks. Shadow. Let me look. I love art. So let's look so like something that makes sense. Yeah, I'm still looking. Okay, let's choose this. Can you see? Is this is another thing compound entirely, like another thing entirely. So let's continue. So let me just go to Control Z. So Control Z, Control Z. I'm coming. Okay, now we are back. Now let's go to this place. If you want to add color, like you want to change the color. And the thing about this thing the thing about this color changes is that it does not only change the color of the text alone. It's it's changed. It changed the background. Before we had this thing, the background, the text was on a white background, but when we added this color, this particular color, it changes the place where the text is sitting on. Okay, so we have another one. We are going to be looking at it small by small, yeah, little by little. So we have this is how it works. So Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. So Control Z. Now I've already explained this one. Now, if you want to make your, now, like, okay, let's say I want to make a Josh start from capital letter, right? I want I from this is to start also from capital letter. I want this D to start from capital letter. I want this I to start from capital letter. This C to start from capital letter. So how do I do it? Very simple. Don't forget, always highlight your text. One thing you should not don't you shouldn't forget. Don't forget to highlight your text. So let's highlight our text. So let's say change case includes character border. So we are changing case. So We have, let's say we have capitalize each word. So we have, can you see? Very simple. Same thing applied. So let's go to okay, we are see. So this one is changing case. If you want to make it small letter, lower sentence, okay, let's say sentence later, it also change it back to normal. Okay, now let's look at the enclosed characters. What are my enclosed characters? What is it used for? So let's say we have Josh. Okay, if you want to add some symbols to it. Okay, I'm coming. So we have, let's say, let's choose this one. It's what it encloses it in a box, which is I think it is rarely also used. Control Z. I'm sorry, this is my first video. Yeah, my first video. So it's kind of and I'm a camera shy. It's kind of but I'll figure it out. So this is a called clear formatting. Clear formatting. Now let's look at what it does. And I'm coming. Every formatting we have been doing on it, it clear it. Let's say you are confused or you've forgotten the control shortcut. Just go have to go to clear this thing, and it will clear. It will restore back to the original setting, to the initial setting. That's its job. Now, I want us to just, so what we have talked about is about this space alone, starting from the Calibri. So, okay, we have talked about the font, which is the handwriting, the font size, which means your handwriting, how big you want your handwriting to be.